When I was dancing with the water, I first started by thinking about what would happen if you just spilled water on a countertop or just on any surface, and I just sort of imagined different parts all breaking off, and, parts in the middle sort of staying interconnected, and viewing the polarity of water and how it can break off, but also, stay, its sort of cohesive quality stay together with its other molecules. And so I sort of imagined that there are moments when extremities would just sort of like break off and have this sort of like life of their own and almost pull, well, obviously because they're interconnected, but pull the rest of my body along with those extremities in unpredictable ways, in amoeba-like ways. So there was no path I ever thought about following in terms of where my torso was going. It was sort of always following an extremity. I also, a little bit in contrast to that, at other moments I thought about having the center or my core travel a pathway like water that was very unpredictable, but I sort of would pick a longer trajectory across the space, so diagonal to a diagonal or sort of an S curve, and I would do whatever it took in my body to travel there, keeping in mind sort of like, the extremities reaching out into space and pulling my torso there, but also really thinking about how my center would react to those extremities and how I would take this sort of imaginary ball, the center of my body, and like drag it to that place. And I think water always sort of finds a path to follow. I don't really see a lot of water that's just stagnant and sitting there. And if it's flowing around campus, it's always going down a new drain or going around a new curve. And I like the idea that the velocity with which the water is moving can change so suddenly. So it can be moving really slowly at some points, feeling its, sort of figuring out where this amoeba cohesive bundle of atoms or whatever is going. And then in other moments, just sort of like whipping around an edge and moving really, really quickly.